Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at the first story contained within the June edition of Thomas and Friends magazine. It's called Travels with Terence. I hope you enjoy it. One sunny day at McColl's farm, Thomas and Terence the tractor were racing side by side. "Wow, Terence, you're really keeping up," said Thomas. Terence was zooming along happily until he ran over some rocks and broke his tread. "I'll take you to see Sandy. Maybe she can help," said Thomas. "I'm going out on the rails." "I dig it," grinned Terence. Thomas took Terence to the maintenance yard so Carly and Sandy could fix him. Terence was thrilled to go somewhere new. He had never left the farm before. At the maintenance yard, Sandy was working on a beautiful heart-shaped sculpture. Carly used her crane arm to tap Sandy to let her know Terence had arrived. Sandy quickly got to work and soon Terence was fixed. "Thanks, Sandy. I dig it," said Terence. Terence was so pleased he zoomed all around the maintenance yard, testing his fixed tread. In his enthusiasm, Terence smashed through a pile of scrap metal without realizing Sandy's heart sculpture was right behind it. The sculpture was broken into pieces. "You broke my heart," said Sandy sadly. "I love smashing scrap. Smash!" Terence felt bad he had destroyed Sandy's sculpture, so Thomas suggested they explore the island a bit more. First, Thomas took Terence to Knapford Station. "Whoa, this is huge," said Terence as he looked around. He spotted Diesel and zoomed straight over the tracks to talk to him. "Hey, Diesel." Diesel had left by the time Terence got across the tracks, but he had caused chaos and confusion getting there. Cows were wandering around the station and James was covered in eggs. Next, Thomas took Terence to the beach. "Here comes Terence," shouted Terence. He had lots of fun digging the sand and building a giant sandcastle with a moat. I dig it. Terence had enjoyed his travel around Sodor, but now he wanted to go home. "Home on the farm is where I always feel best," said Terence. Back on the farm, Terence celebrated by smashing through a few hay bales. "Home sweet home," smiled Terence. That brings us to the end of the first story contained within the June edition of Thomas and Friends magazine. Why not pause the video now and discuss with your child everything that you remember about the story, and have a great day.